Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today, something new, F1 Manager, but I'm not gonna play the game today. But if you guys want to, I can obviously start doing it because I have already more than 1000 hours in F1 Manager. But personally, I always find it hard to have new ideas. And now that they launched a new update with the new function to create your own seasons, I have had some inspiration from a few YouTube videos I saw and from my own imagination, and I want to show you guys. So first you need to create a team, and then these are all the options I have already made. So first of all, reserve. This is obviously with all the reserve drivers, F2 drivers mostly. So Red Bull has the team pairing of Liam Lawson and Richard Vescour. To be honest, I don't know if Richard Vescour has anything to do with Red Bull, but it was very hard to find enough Red Bull juniors in this game already. I was thinking about Lindblad, but it's not possible in the game. Except if you make it yourself, you can do so if you want to. Mercedes, I've gone with the pairing of Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Frederick Vesti. It's their reserve driver lineup for it's been that for a few years. So, and I think it's a solid lineup for the future, not gonna lie. Then we go on to Ferrari. Ferrari has obviously Oliver Behrman and also Robert Schwartzman, F2 driver. Now we have Gabriel Bortoleto in the McLaren. Gabriel Bortoleto, who is obviously joining Kick Sauber for this year, paired with Rio Aragawa. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but we're gonna be alright. Aston Martin, Felipe Drugovich finally gets his shot at Formula 1. Who would have ever thought that? Maybe if Lance Stroll finally decides to quit, he might get a chance. And Stoffel van Dorn, I know he's not a rookie, but it is the closest link I found to Aston Martin. And I could have also done this. He's still a rookie. Let's do it like that. Alpine, Jack Doohan, who is obviously joining Alpine for this season, paired with Victor Martins. I could have also put in Franco Colapinto, probably, but I'm not gonna do that because he's at Williams. He was a reserve driver for them, I think, in 2024, so I don't think it's that weird to put him in Williams together with Zach O'Sullivan. Now we head on to Racing Bulls, Visa, Cash App, Minardi, RB, I guess, with Isaac Hajar, who is joining this year's grid, and Ayuma Iwasa, who is a reserve driver for, I think, Red Bull, but I think it's pretty much the same. If you're a reserve driver for Red Bull, you're also one for Racing Bulls, I'm right now. Kick Sauber, in the game, Theo Pocha is a reserve driver for Kick Sauber, which he also is in real life, I guess. So I put him here together with Zane Maloney, who is definitely a reserve driver. I'm pretty sure. He's being sponsored by Kick, I think, in the F2 series. And then the last team, Haas, with the Fittipaldi brothers. To be honest, I only know that Pietro is is reserve driver for Haas, but I also didn't really find another driver, so I thought maybe I should just put in Enzo. You know, it's cute to have two brothers on the grid. And that was the first season I made. You can try to swap up the race calendar, maybe more like an F2 race grid, I guess, with more sprint races. Maybe every weekend can be interesting. Rules and regulations, you can change the point system, I guess, but it's fine like this in my humble opinion. Save the season, I need to save this. And now let's get on to the next one. Random equal. So these are all randomized lineups. You just press this, all teams with real F1 stuff only, and it gives you teams. Apparently I got Pierre Gasly and Valtteri Bottas at Red Bull, Sergio Perez, Logan Sargent and Mercedes, the bottle duo. Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo, the McLaren duo, are getting back together. Then McLaren, Oscar Piastri and Kevin Magnussen, both have raced for McLaren, so that's cool that they say. Aston Martin, Alonso and Tsunoda. To be honest, this is a lineup we could see in 2026 as well for them if Lance Stroll decides to get out of here. Alpine have cooked. I might just really use this save file because George Russell and Max Verstappen, that's a crazy lineup. Williams have gone with Carlos Sainz, just like they will have in 2025, to get paired up with Joe Guan Yu. Racing Bulls has gone with Lance Stroll and Esteban Ocon. To be honest, this is a combo I see quite often in my own save file, so that's pretty cool. Then we have Racing Kick Sauber with Charles Leclerc, who returns there. He has been a driver for Sauber back in the days and paired up with Alex Albon. And the last team pairing consists of Nico Hülkenberg and Lewis Hamilton. Goated lineup if you ask me. Like, this guy's too low rated in this game, but I can't understand why. Let's get on to the third one. Third one is called Random. It's just the random teams you just saw on screen, but not with equal cars. If you want the equal cars, you just need to turn this all the way up to the maximum. It won't stay equal for the entire season, but you can change that by giving everyone the same starting balance and same facilities, and giving them equal staff, but that takes quite a while. So if you want to do it, you can do it, but I'm not gonna do it because it takes too much time. Then we go to F2 F1. This is a save file I made by combining F1 and F2 drivers. F2, I mean also like the reserve drivers, I guess. So for Red Bull, I've gone with Max Verstappen and Liam Lawson. Mercedes, Mick Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton. I'm just a big fan of Mick Schumacher, so that's the only reason why he's here. If you really want to, you can also go to first level of rating and go to where is it? Where? Oh, he's here. Andrea Kimi and Denali, also very possible. Ferrari, I've gone with Charles Leclerc and Oliver Baumann. To be honest, I think you can also pick like Arthur Leclerc. No? Huh? I really thought he was an option in this game. But apparently he is not. McLaren, I've gone with Lando Norris and Pato O'Ward. Pato O'Ward, very known IndyCar driver. Yes. Then with Aston Martin, I've gone with Fernando Alonso and Felipe Drugovich, who actually gets like a shot at F1 for once. Alpine is actually the 2025 starting lineup, because I don't know if it's gonna stay the same, but you can also switch it up, I guess, if you really want to Franco Colapinto. This is a nice lineup. Williams have gone with Alex Albon and Franco Colapinto. Racing Bulls, I've gone with Daniel Ricciardo and Ayumu Iwasa. I know that like Yuki Tsunoda is better fitting in this team, but I like Daniel Rick too much, man. I can't let him go yet. Then Kick Sauber have gone with Valtteri Bottas and Zay Maloney, and Haas has gone with Nico Hülkenberg and Pietro Fittipaldi. By the way, I have not used a single different race calendar yet, but it will come in a few files time, I guess. So this is a pure randomized grid. That's the only thing that happened to the save file. This this is the reversed save file. So I have gone to the website of F1, looked up to the standings of the constructors, and I've changed them around. So Sauber was last year's last place, so I have put in Valtteri Bottas and Joe Guan Yu at Red Bull. Then at Ferrari, you have Albon and Sargent. They were 9th in the standings at Williams. Then McLaren is the third best team. you know, I've gone off equal the performance of the cars. I mean, so McLaren was the third best car in this game, as was the eighth best car in the game. So I switched them up. Mercedes and Visa Cash App have switched up. They've gone with Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo. Then Alpine and Aston Martin have swapped around, as you see here. Williams, they were ninth, so they have gotten the Ferrari drivers with Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Actually, a goated lineup. To be honest, if I may say so, this was the best lineup of 2024 by far. I know it sounds weird. Like most people would say Hamilton, Russell. But Visa Cash App RB and Red Bull have swapped places. Just because I found it funny, to be honest, to swap them around. To get them in here, although it's not fully right. The concept is there. Verstappen and Perez at Racing Bulls. Kick Sauber has gone with Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, and Lewis Hamilton and George Russell end up the grid at Haas. So the concept is clear. I know I didn't really do it very well, but the concept is very clear. I think you can try it at home for yourself as well. Now we'll get into the very interesting stuff, because now the last three save files are my favorite. So this is the 2019 lineups. I've gone with the beginning lineup of 2019 for Red Bull. Max Verstappen, Pierre Gasly. If you want to, you can also swap Gasly and Albon, but to be fair, this was the start lineup for Red Bull that season. Mercedes with the goated combo of Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. I hope they at some point still get together or something, or at least Valtteri needs to get a seat. Ferrari, I've gone with Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel. This is a character I made myself. Here are the stats I used. I know that Seb was not that good anymore in 2019, but to make it more fun, and to be honest, he also had a skill, but the Ferrari was just not that good. So this is what I used for making that. To be honest, I also think he looks quite a lot like Sebastian Vettel in some way. Then McLaren, Lando is back. The best friendship on the entire F1 grid. Aston Martin, they used to be a racing point, but yeah, I couldn't really change that. So Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez, the best midfield driver that season by far. Then we got Alpine. Back in the days it was Renault, with the lineup of Daniel Ricciardo and Nico Hülkenberg, which is like actually a very good lineup. Williams have gone with George Russell and Robert Kubica. I know that this does not look like Robert Kubica, but I just tried to change some things. You can also give him like a higher rating, I believe. He is a good driver. Visa Cash App RB, they went back in the days with Albon and Daniel Kvyat. I don't know if I spelled his name wrong. But this is Daniel Kvyat. I don't know, he doesn't look like it, but these are the stats I use for him. You can put up his development rate maybe to a high, or just stay at average. This can also be like this. This is okay. Then you have Kick Sauber. This is Kimi Raikkonen. I know he doesn't look like it, and he should probably be a little bit lower rated, but I always felt like Kimi was a very solid driver who deserves his spot on the grid. With here Antonio Giovinazzi joining him at Kick Sauber. And then we have the last team, Kevin Magnussen and Romain Grosjean. I don't think that Romain Grosjean was a better driver than Kevin Magnussen, but in 2019 Kevin Magnussen would have also not been 81 rated, I think. For the race calendar, this is the race calendar they used in 2019. They started at Albert Park, like most of the time, at Australia. Then they went to Bahrain, sprint race at China. That is not That is not very right. I think there were no sprint races in 2019. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, just turn them off right here. I don't know, there was no sprint, but it's okay like this. These are the races that were being done in the 2019 season, ending off in Abu Dhabi. The rules and regulations have stayed the same. If you want to, you can always put on pole position, bonus point, or double points for last race, because I always find it very fun to do so. Oops. Now let's move on to Nations League. For the Nations League file, I have paired up drivers from the same nationality in a team. This is the Netherlands with Max Verstappen and Richard Verschoor. Then we have Mercedes, a German team with Mick Schumacher and Nico Hülkenberg. Then we have the Spanish team of Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso. The British team of Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton. The Australian pairing of Oscar Piastri and Daniel Ricciardo, followed by the French lineup at Alpine, who actually was their lineup in 2024, Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly. The Mexican lineup of Sergio Perez and Pato O'Ward. Then I've gone with Ayumu Iwasa and Yuki Tsunoda. They're both Japanese, so it counts. Kick Sauber, I've opted with the Danish combo of Frederick Vasti and Kevin Magnussen. And to end off the Italian lineup with Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Antonio Giovinazzi. To be honest, I didn't do this yet, but it is a very good idea to only let there be races in the nations, in the countries of the team. So in our case, it's going to be Netherlands, Germany, you can swap it around with Belgium, I guess, Italy, England, Australia, France, you can switch it up with whatever you like, maybe Las Vegas, I don't know, because the Eiffel Tower is also there, Williams, Mexico, Japan, a Danish Grand Prix is not possible, but you can still like swap it around, and Italy. That was the Nations League concept, and now we go to the 2025 concept, which was actually the easiest one to make. These are the lineups of the 2025 season. Max Verstappen and Liam Lawson at Red Bull, Mercedes with George Russell and Andrea Kimi, Antonelli, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari, McLaren with Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, Aston Martin with Fernando Alonso and bottler Lance Stroll, Jack Doohan and Pierre Gasly at Alpine, I was about to say France, Williams with Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz, RB with Isaac Hedger and Yuki Tsunoda, Kick Sauber with Gabriel Bortoleto and Nico Hülkenberg, and to end off this file we go with Haas with Oliver Behrman and Esteban Ocon, just like in real life. This is the real calendar. There are sprint weekends at China, Belgium, Miami, Sao Paulo and Qatar. To be honest, I really like this, and most of all, there are less sprint races than in the 2024 calendar, and as you guys know, it's very, very annoying to even play sprint weekends in F1 Manager. At least that's from my own experience. If you guys have any more concepts or fun things that I should show you guys in this new update, please leave a comment and tell me so. I will do my best, and maybe in some time I will also start uploading career modes on these creator team files. I've already started playing on the 2025 one, but we're gonna see. Maybe a 2021 one would be very cool as well. But yeah, that was the end of the video, guys. I see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.